I'm thinking about my trauma response. It looks like a solid block at the bottom with branches or like a tree that grows up from it. And it, during the trauma response often takes hold pretty early, like pretty young, and life skills get like mixed in or like intertwined with the trauma response, and I'm being um, uh, picturing the trauma response, and so my trauma response seems to be intertwined with my speech from a young age, meaning that much of the time that I spoke, especially in like social situations, I was in like one form of the trauma response during most of the social situations in my life. So the trauma response is directly tied to how I learned to speak in like a social setting. And I've been thinking about the image that I described, and I've been reading about selective mutism, and it when you experience like trauma cuts off access So there's a place in the psyche, I guess you could say, that comes before the trauma response. And the trauma response at an early, when trauma response kicks in, it kind of, when trauma response kicks in and you learn life skills while in the trauma response, those skills become intertwined with the trauma response. And so when trauma really kicks up, it will essentially blow out the skills that you had. Or like blow out the skills or block them off. As I speak more and more, I'm at the base level now. I'm at the foundation. My psyche has been reduced to the foundation that I was at before trauma took hold. And to build up from the foundation, I need to speak in a way that only accesses my authentic voice, my true voice, and that voice being undeveloped is walking around, part of me feels a little bit like a kid. Just, I can feel it a little bit. And I think that's me actually accessing my psyche or my psychological states before the trauma took hold. And it's a very it's like it's like it's like it's funny. It's like it's like it's kind of undeveloped, and so it sounds a bit strange when I'm speaking like this, but this is no. Oh my goodness, yeah. This is like, yeah, it's like accessing my childhood psyche before trauma really took hold, and being able to speak from that place, and essentially learn to speak again, but now speaking from like a deeper place, a place that was before a bunch of trouble took hold. And my trauma response has been extreme lately. It's been yeah. That is so funny. It's so weird. So I was in trauma response a lot today. And I started making the video, and it's funny because like in the video I've been able to like access something deeper inside of me, and now I cannot access, at least momentarily, I cannot access the trauma state, which is actually pretty cool. I didn't expect this to happen, and I'm glad to be recording a video like as this is happening. So that to me indicates that this will work, I believe. But it will take some time to build this skull up. And oh my goodness. Just thinking about when I went to my friend Tim's house when I was a kid, and we watched Bill and Ted's, was it Excellent Adventure? I think it was Excellent Adventure, and his mom came in, and she was like, she knew my parents were really strict, and so she was like, hey, she said, hey, this movie has rock and roll in it. Do you think your parents would let you see it? And I lied and I said yes. Because I thought they wouldn't actually want me to see it. And and we watched it. And yeah. Oh my goodness. That's funny. So I guess in this state right here, I can kind of access like my childhood memories, and oh man. Yeah, man. Yeah, I just kind of, I just remember, was it like we watched Rocky? Wasn't it his, that was at his house. It was like super late in the morning, which when I was a kid was like 1 in the morning. And, oh man. Now there's like a drawer. Because his mom had like a drawer with like donuts in it. And so, well, this is my memory of it. I just remember just like a cupboard drawer that she like opened it up and there were like donuts in there, which seems odd. I don't know. They had like a donut drawer. There's like a little, I think it was like a Pac-Man, like a little like mini arcade Pac-Man, I think. Oh, there's Chris's house. Okay. I just, man, the memories. Holy cow. Yeah. We went to Chris's house and they used to have that thing for the Atari, like the tape. Atari used to have like a cassette drive, and you would like put it in a tape recorder and like play it, and would somehow download the program from the tape player like into the Atari cartridge that it was connected to. And so Chris thought it was pretty cool. And I did too. Like I liked Atari when I was a kid. And yeah. Oh, what did that feel like? His basement was like unfinished, and like the Atari was in a room that was, it probably didn't look like, it felt awesome. I don't know. It was like seeing the wood the unfinished basement and like the wood in the basement. It just felt like a cool, awesome cave or something like that where you could go down to. And yeah, so I think, let's see, what time is it? Okay, good. Okay, my cat. What are you doing? Oh, look at her. She's so sweet. She's my baby, isn't she? She's my little girl. She's my baby. Mm-hmm. She's my baby. Oh, look at that. She's so sweet, baby. Baby. What you do, baby? She won't go outside. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Come here, baby. Come here. Okay, should probably go pretty soon. Oh, yeah, so I really think the trauma state that I've been in has like reduced my skills to that state that they were at like before trauma took hold in my life. And so my thought on it is that I need to build my skills back up, kind of along the same like pathways that the trauma took, but this time build up those same skills. Oh, I guess I say on the same pathway, it would just mean like the same pathway would represent the certain skill that's being built up. So kind of in the manner, I guess you could just think of it as like repetition. I think that would be better, like repetition. So the skills like this are built up like kind of slowly with repetition. This is like trying to access parts of my adult brain that aren't like connected, like the pathways aren't as thick. Like they aren't like there's not as much stuff like neurons, like connections like to the pathways, I think. So that's what has to be built up with repetition. I can remember kind of what it felt like to be a kid, and then I also remember like when I was a kid, like I remember like the dreams that I had as a kid of what it would be like to like be an adult. And oh wow. Okay, yeah. Like the childhood stuff, it seems like when I'm in this state, it really is a state that's like below the place where trauma took hold. And so I can access those like childhood memories better, but then when I like go up, like progress more towards trying to think like an adult, then that becomes more like stuttered and trying to picture. Oh, okay. The pictures that were in my mind from when I was a kid, they were very like vibrant and warm and had like a lot of sensation and were very like encompassing. But the image that I bring up when I start to talk slower is like, it's like a diagram kind of, like a rudimentary. It's like rudimentary. It's like very rudimentary compared to the other pictures that come up. And so when I think of the diagram, I'm trying to like picture the things that it connects to, but I just don't have a very solid picture for that. So it's like I think as that picture develops, So when I'm trying to talk about stuff beyond childhood, there needs to be a development of that mental picture, so it's more robust, like more saturated. Oh man, oh, it was so nice. I just remember, like when you're a kid, like everything just seems amazing. Like, oh, like that fountain. No, it wasn't a fountain. It was they had it every year at the fair. It looked like a water faucet. It looked like it was floating in the air, but they just had like a pipe that like the water ran down. And used to go to that like every year because it was so fun to look at. And just things like that were like so fun as a kid. And let's see here. Man, I need to bring some of like how those childhood memories felt like into the uh, parts, like the blocks. Connect them together with the blocks that are now like kind of rudimentary, I guess. Okay. Let's see here. Oh man. Oh. Okay. Okay. Yeah. I've just had to hide like a lot of myself because a lot of myself was intertwined with trauma. And so trauma just kind of like naturally hides those parts. So I think it's like working up from the bottom and developing these things for my life, but develop them in a way that so they don't intertwine with the trauma. So that's how I think. That's how I think uh, to get this better. Really, that's how I think about it. Okay, the video's kind of long. I'm gonna shut off.